Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Obviously, I haven't been on here in like really a while. It's probably like a month. Um, yeah, yeah, probably a month. So, in the last video, I already covered Marshall. I believe, yeah, I think I already covered the Marshall game, the Western Michigan game. If I haven't covered I haven't really watched the video really like that. So, if I didn't cover the Marshall game, here it goes. Defense, it just I mean, it did fine in the second half, but the first half I thought we could have done better. We let the quarterback run too much. Um, we didn't really cover that well either, and I mean, basically, if we would have gotten the ball back, it would just been Marshall just making mistakes. So yeah, that's really. But anyway, good win. Great offensive game. That was yeah. The offense did pretty good, and the run game was like dominant in that game. So there you go. And right now I'm actually watching the Indiana versus Nebraska game. Right now it's week 7. I believe week 7 in the season right now. Week 8, and like Nebraska, like shout out to Indiana, man. They really gotten better in just 1 year. Of course they got a new coach. And like the head coach last year from JMU, James Madison, and he brought some transfers. Obviously, that really helped the program. Now they're probably just gonna go 7-0. It's 49-7 again. Right now, it's in the fourth quarter, and they're just they're just dominating Nebraska right now. And the Indiana team, like we're playing them. I think like later in the season, probably like week 10, week 11, somewhere around that range. So yeah, we were gonna have to be ready for that. We're playing Nebraska next week, so hopefully we do the same thing with Nebraska as Indiana did. But yeah, it's a home game. It's afternoon. Right now we're on a bye week, so that's why I'm watching like other games right now. And Marshall. Okay, Michigan State game. Like again, defense needs to pick it up a little bit in the first half. Second half, it did better. We made some adjustments. I think that's what it was. It's just like we didn't have. I don't think we were in position to like defend very well in the first half. So yeah, in the like we were just struggling in the secondary. The defensive line, they did all they could. They could have done a little bit better. They could have got a little bit more sacks, a little bit more pressures, but in the run game, like they were great stopping the run. So shout out to the defensive line and the linebackers. So Iowa, kind of in the Iowa game, the defense was pretty good. Of course, we let some plays. Like of course we gave up some big plays a little bit, like 10-yard passes. Of course, we just need to clean that up. It's not going to be perfect all the time. I don't really expect it to be like that. Well, I mean, it would be great if it was a perfect defense, but no. So yeah, Iowa 35-7. Ohio State wins. The offense really picked up in the second half. It was 7-0 at halftime, and we just need to pick it up on offense. Too many turnovers, too many just mistakes. Just need to. I get Iowa's defense is pretty good, but still, just too many turnovers, too many mistakes. Just got to hold on to the ball. I'm talking to you, Jeremiah. I love you, man, but you just need to hold on to the ball. That's all you need to do. Of course, you made one mistake, but that one-handed catch, it was pretty sweet, man. And I don't know if you were like you guys were paying attention, like in the Iowa game when Jeremiah caught that one-handed catch, he shoved that guy right off him. I couldn't help myself but laugh. But yeah, Jeremiah is a superstar. The receivers are doing good. The run game in that game was okay. We didn't really have any rushing touchdowns, well, except for the Will Howard running touchdown. So, yeah, overall, the second half was pretty good. Now, Oregon, obviously, we lost. It was just the defense, especially, I don't, like Denzel Burke, I don't get it. Like, last year, it wasn't really he wasn't really perfect, but he got better from the year before. And I don't, and in that game, he looked like he was still a sophomore. He was still a freshman. Just you Ohio State fans know how he was his sophomore and freshman year. Like in 2021, 2022. I mean, the whole secondary, not just him. Just getting burnt, as people like to say it. Just getting ran over. Just the wide receivers just running right past him. It was a mess, and it just looked like he was still in his sophomore year again. And I would say I hate to point players out, but I would say like the defensive line, even though they didn't really get any pressures or sacks, obviously, they still held strong in the run game a little bit. Oregon couldn't really run up the middle all like that against us, but they could run to probably the edge. That's where our weak spots were because our DBs, our safeties, our corners were just getting blocked. It was just a mess. But offense, except for the turnover, Judkins had the defensive lineman. I forgot his name. He stripped it away from Judkins. And Oregon got the ball really deep in their territories, in our territory. I think they got the 30-yard line of Ohio State, and I think they scored a field goal. I think, yeah, field goal, touchdown, something like that. They scored, and offense, they came back and responded to some drives Oregon had, and of course that last drive, the pass interference really messed us up. The offensive pass interference on Jeremiah Smith. Now, I won't really blame Jeremiah like that. I get what he's trying to do. He was trying to keep the ball from getting intercepted because Will Howard didn't. Will Howard, to me, he doesn't really throw the ball down. I don't know how to describe it. He's of course he can throw short little passes very quickly and in a hurry, and the receivers will do the rest. But when he's throwing down the field, he doesn't really throw the ball far enough. The receiver just runs and has to stop, and well, not really stop, but slow down and get the ball. He doesn't it's not the wide receiver just keeps on running, and then the ball is gonna be right there when you just keep the same pace. If you know what I'm saying. If you see good quarterbacks I don't know, probably C.J. Stroud, he will let his wide receivers run through the ball. They don't really have to slow down to get it. Will Howard, the receivers have to slow down and get it. So it gives it gives a defensive opportunity to intercept the ball. So yeah. And obviously the last drive with Will Howard trying to run and slide and call a timeout. Of course he didn't really. There's some controversy, but I think Will Howard could have slid down a little bit, sooner. I don't know. But anyway, it's some controversy, but hey, we just lost. We just gonna have to take it. But it was a good game by both teams, obviously. And now we're number 4 in the poll right now, in the AP poll. And Oregon's at number 2. They really just kind of whip-stopped us. So I think Texas is number 1 right now. I think, then it goes Oregon, Penn State, and Ohio State. And I forgot who's number 5. I think it's Georgia. Yeah. So week 6 of college football, it was pretty interesting. Alabama losing to Vanderbilt, Tennessee losing to Arkansas, USC losing on the road to Minnesota. It's just a whole lot of stuff happening. A lot of upsets, Louisville losing to SMU. Who else lost? It's on the tip of my tongue. Miami almost losing. Miami, Florida, not this Miami, but Miami, Florida almost losing to Cal. And there was one other upset. I forgot what it was. Yeah, it's gonna have to come back to me. But yeah, there was so many upsets that week. And good thing we got it done against Iowa that week too. So what else? Oh yeah, we have Nebraska next week, and obviously they're getting manhandled by Indiana right now. It's fourth quarter, 7 minutes left, and yeah, it's 49 to nothing, 49 to 7 actually. So yeah, we just got to go out and especially like of course not to overlook Nebraska because yeah, and don't overlook anybody obviously, but come out strong. We can't. I for the life of me, can we please stop with this? Oh, first half we start off slow. Second half, oh we really get better. Like no, can we? I wish I could see a game where we just come out strong and finish strong. And like it was kind of the same thing last year, a little bit. I noticed that, and like of course with a second half team, of course that could be good for a lot of programs, but still you still want to start strong and finish strong because like teams like yeah because like if you go against like a great team, that's not gonna work. See what happened to Georgia in the Alabama game. Of course, Georgia was down 28 points in the first quarter or in the first half 28 to nothing. And then Georgia tried to come back, and it was kind of too late for that. So there you go. And Georgia. I mean, it was a great game to watch. But yeah, just you can't really have slow starts with these good teams. I know with a lot of teams they have slow starts, like Miami, for example, Miami, Florida. Yeah, they have slow starts and they come back. Like their game against Cal, I think it was like 2 3 weeks ago. Yeah, they wait. Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, they had a slow start with Cal. Then they came back like 20, down like 20, 30 points. Yeah, they won the game, and that was a good game too. So I noticed with Penn State as well. They have slow starts too, and then like for example, they were having a slow start with USC last week, which they ended up being USC in overtime by a field goal. And of course, USC right now. In the beginning, we thought they were really good, but now it's just. Uh, I mean, the defense got improved a little bit, but it just still needs work. So yeah, uh, yeah, we play Penn State in 2 weeks, so that's really gonna be a big game. And I expected them to be like this. Yeah, I expected them to be good this year, and like they're all. Have you really seen their offense? It's really creative. Like shout out to the offensive coordinator for Penn State, man. I think he's from Kansas, I believe. Yeah, he's really creative in his play calling and play design. Like I really like it. I'm really digging it, and shout out to him. Um, their defense, it's not as good as last year's, but it's still good enough to stop a good offense. So we have to get ready for that. But other than that, that's really just my brief review on like the past weeks. And also the reason I'm wearing this is because of course I'm at Miami University right now, and we take on we're going against Ohio University today, one of our rivals in the MAC conference. So that should be a good game. It's going to be a home game. A lot of people are going to be there. It's going to be a beautiful day out, probably 70 degrees. So yeah, it should be a good game. But anyway, that's really it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. And love, peace, always, go Bucks.